ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Hello students, now let us continue with the concept of photosynthesis. Now where exactly in photosynthesis we completed two important electron transport systems. Very important, guys, make sure that you revise that. What are they? Cyclic electron transport system and non-cyclic electron transport system. After that we have discussed about chemiosmotic hypothesis, that is nothing but ATP synthesis. That is also a very important concept, because the same thing we are going to discuss once again in respiration. Now where are we exactly? We are actually in the reactions of photosynthesis. So what we call photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is also called as a biphased reaction. Biphased reaction, meaning it has two reactions. So why it's called biphased reactions? Because it has light reaction as well as dark reaction. Now let us continue our concept with where ATP and NADPH2 utilized. Where ATP and NADPH2 are utilized, meaning in light reaction means cyclic and non-cyclic electron transport system. What are the end products? ATP and NADPH2 are nothing but the end products. Where we make use of these end products, that is what we are going to continue our discussion under photosynthesis. Now if you look at in this, we have always say photosynthesis has two phases. What are the two phases we say? One we call a light reaction, right? Another one we call it as a dark reaction, right? One we call a light reaction, other one we call a dark reaction. So if you take here light reaction, what happens here? There is absorption of sunlight. So the total process depends upon sunlight. Then what else happens? Splitting of water. Splitting of water leads to formation of what? 2 if you take 4 protons, 4 electrons and oxygen. Now these electrons, they passes to where? These electrons and protons, they passes to non-cyclic electron transport system and cyclic electron transport system. Yes or no? Each one proton, when it is carrying here, each electron carries 2 protons. So who supplies electrons to these ETS? Water. Who supply protons? Again water. Water is the donor or the source for supply of electrons as well as protons to electron transport system. And as a result of this, what are synthesized are nothing but what are the end products we get? ATP and NADPH2. Where the entire process occurs with the chlorophyll A itself is called as reaction center. Now based upon the wavelength of absorption, we discussed that we have photosystem 1 or itself is called P700, other one is called photosystem 2, itself is called P680. This is what we have done so far, right? So here it directly, as absorption of sunlight is the first thing, right? As absorption of sunlight, and where it occurs? It occurs on the granum thylakoid or the membrane of thylakoid. Where the light reaction occurs? Light reaction occurs on the granum thylakoid. So this is what we completed our discussion so far in all previous classes. So here mainly splitting of water act as a source for electrons and protons, and finally it produces the end products, high energy components. What are they? ATP and NADPH2. Now here it depends on light. As it depends on light, that's why it's called as a light reaction. And what else we discussed? The oxygen what is produced here diffuses out of chloroplast. It diffuses out of chloroplast. Okay, this is what we completed so far in previous classes. We completed what is called light reaction and we got finally ATP, NADPH2. Now, what is the concept we are discussing now? Where ATP and NADPH2 are utilized, where we make use of this ATP and NADPH2. What are these? These are nothing but energy sources. Energy what is produced in light reaction, where we will make use of them. That is a concept we are going to continue our discussion. So, where we will make use of them in what is called as a dark reaction. Okay, this dark reaction is also called as carbon dioxide fixation pathway, or itself is also called as a biosynthetic pathway. Why? Because here you know it very well, this is itself is also called a biosynthetic pathway. A biosynthetic pathway. Biosynthetic means the synthesis of food. So, dark reaction is also called as biosynthetic pathway, also called as what? Carbon dioxide fixation pathway, right? And why you call this dark reaction? Dark reaction does not depend on light. Light reaction depends on light, but dark reaction does not depend on light. Then what it depends on? But depends on end products of light. What are end products of light reaction? Nothing but ATP and NADPH2. What are end products? ATP and NADPH2. What's the meaning of this? For the dark reaction to continue in photosynthesis, it does not need of light, it will not take light, but it depends on end products of light reaction. Means to start the carbon dioxide fixation, it needs the end products produced in light reaction. Why it needs energy of light reaction? Because in this, where carbon dioxide is fixed and reduced to form, carbon dioxide is reduced to form what are called sugars. So, there is a sugar synthesis. For the synthesis of sugars, it needs energy. What are the energy? ATP and NADPH2 are utilized for conversion of carbon dioxide into sugars. Right, that is why we say ATP, NADPH2 are utilized in dark reaction. In dark reaction what happens? Carbon dioxide is converted into sugars. Okay, carbon dioxide reduced to form sugars. Then it is light driven process. Dark reaction is a light driven process, meaning it happens after the light reaction. If there is no light reaction, it cannot continue with the dark reaction. It depends on light reaction but does not depend on light. It depends upon the end products of light reaction. Suppose if light is not available, then what happens? So, we say even if light is not available, after some time, let us write complete point here, better have the clarity here. So, I am writing for dark reaction guys. After some time, if light is not available, I will continue writing. Dark reaction continues for some time, and then stops. Even if light is continuously light is available, light continuously giving ATP and NADPH2 are taken by dark reaction and continuously converting carbon dioxide into sugars. Suppose after some time, if light is not available, but still dark reaction will continue for some time. Dark reaction continues for some time and then stops. After some time the dark reaction slowly it will stop. Why? Because it depends purely on the end products of light reaction. Right. Now let us continue our discussion with dark reaction. So let us study about dark reaction. So guys, what are the different names, different terminologies to refer dark reaction? Dark reaction itself is also called as biosynthetic pathway, or itself is also called as carbon dioxide fixation pathway. Right, because this is a pathway where there is a synthesis of sugar takes place. So if you look at here, there is a scientist Melvin Calvin. Now is the scientist. First term is the one after Second World War. After the Second World War, Melvin Calvin is a scientist. Now he has studied algal photosynthesis. Here, which algae we will study later, that is chlorella. We will study entire mechanism once again, but he studied about algal photosynthesis. In this algal photosynthesis, he observed that the first stable product produced in photosynthesis identified as a 3 carbon compound, a 3 carbon organic acid, and he has given name to this as PGA. What is PGA? Phosphoglyceric acid. Very important. It's a 3 carbon compound. Okay, I'll repeat again. In the dark reaction, initially after Second World War, it was a great contribution of Melvin Calvin. He has done experiment on, so what he has done the experiment? He has done the experiment on algal photosynthesis. He has taken the cultures containing algae. Which algae is that? Chlorella. I'll tell you the total process before Calvin cycle. And he introduced what is called, he studied what is called Calvin cycle. He studied what is called Calvin cycle. In Calvin cycle, he has made use of algae and studied the process called photosynthesis. Which algae? Chlorella. And in this experiment, what was the final conclusion and discovery made? He discovered, Melvin Calvin discovered, what did he discover? He discovered the first stable product identified as the first component in the first step of reaction produced is a 3 carbon organic acid, and later he identified and named as a phosphoglyceric acid, that is in short form we call PGA. PGA has how many carbons? We have 3 carbons. That is why the pathway is called as Calvin cycle, and he named that pathway as C3 pathway. He named that as C3 pathway. Why he has given the C3 pathway? Because the first stable product identified as a phosphoglyceric acid having how many carbons? Having 3 carbons. So, first stable product he referred as a phosphoglyceric acid, 3 carbons. That is nothing but we call a C3 pathway, right? Yeah. So, if you look in this Melvin-Calvin observation, and he referred the photosynthesis in that dark reaction, first component formed is PGA. That is why the pathway he referred it as C3 pathway, because the first component having 3 carbons. So, he referred that as a triose compound. Triose means it is a triose compound, meaning it has 3 carbons. Okay. Then later, after people have studied about later, then later many scientists, then they studied about a different, then they have done a different experiments. Many scientists, they have done a different experiments, and then they try to see that does all plants have, does in all plants first stable compound is PGA, first stable compound is, does it PGA? Then this is the question mark. So, according to Melvin-Calvin, in plants first stable compound is PGA. So, the first pathway itself is called as C3 pathway. Then later, whether it is correct or not, to observe that later many scientists, they have done many different experiments. In different experiments, what they try to focus on, does in all plants first stable compound is PGA? Do you think in all plants the first stable compound is PGA as like Melvin-Calvin? Then they found that after the discovery they found that in some plants. So, the answer is, after doing so many experiments, does in all plants does PGA is the first stable component, means the answer is no. Why it is no? In some experiments they could able to discover that. Why no? Why the answer is no? Because of the effort of many different scientists. Okay, they identified in some plants they identified the first stable product, is a 4 carbon organic acid. The first stable component is a 4 carbon organic acid, and this identified as OAA. What is OAA? Oxaloacetic acid. So, this is a first stable compound in some plants, and they call this pathway as a C4 pathway, and they call this pathway as what? C4 pathway. That means, so far what is the conclusion? In some plants the stable compound is 3 carbon organic acid. If it is PGA, that pathway is called C3 pathway. That means some plants undergo C3 pathway. Then later many scientists, they studied different experiments, and they question themselves and they try to see that does in all plants first stable compound is PGA. They try to see in different plants, then the answer is no. Why it is no? Because in some plants when they did experiment, they identified first stable product is not PGA. So, here the first stable product in some plants is not PGA. Then what it is? It is a 4 carbon organic acid. It contains 4 carbons, which they identified it as oxaloacetic acid having 4 compounds. Then they started calling that pathway as C4 pathway. Now, what is the final conclusion with these experiments? Let us quickly revise it. I will quickly revise it, guys, you listen. What we are discussing is nothing but second phase of photosynthesis. What is first phase? Light reaction. What is second phase? Dark reaction. We are in dark reaction. Dark reaction is also called biosynthetic pathway, itself is called carbon dioxide fixation pathway. Now coming to the discovery part, Melvin Kelvin after Second World War, he has done experiment on algal photosynthesis. Which algae? That is chlorella, and they introduced and studied Kelvin cycle. That means C3 pathway itself is called Kelvin cycle. Okay, so according to him, the first stable product, the first product produced in dark reaction, which contains a 3-carbon organic acid, which he named it as PGA, phosphoglyceric acid, as the first compound having 3 carbons. It's a triose compound. He has given name to the pathway as C3 pathway. As itself is introduced by Kelvin, he called it as Kelvin cycle. So it came to know that first stable product having 3 carbons, it is referred as PGA, and the pathway is C3 pathway. Then after Kelvin discovery, of course Kelvin has been awarded with the Nobel Prize after because of his wonderful discovery. Then later many scientists, they have done different experiments and to see does in all plants first stable compound is PGA, means in every plant the first product is PGA or not. They tried to check with different experiments, then they came to know it was no. Answer is no. Why? Because they identified in some plants first stable product is not PGA. In some plants, not in all plants, right? Then it is 4-carbon organic acid. It is identified it as OAA. What is that? Oxaloacetic acid having 4 carbons. As the first compound produced here having 4 compound, they started calling that pathway as C4 pathway. So far what is the conclusion? In some plants it is PGA first compound, in some plant what occurs is C3 pathway, in some plants first compound is 4-carbon compound, and in some plants what occurs is called C4 pathway. Now with the great discovery of so many eminent scientists, then dark reaction, based upon dark reaction, based upon carbon dioxide fixation, they divided plants into different categories. Let us continue with that. So, in dark reaction if you look at, according to dark reaction, meaning based on dark reaction, classified into 3 types. So, according to dark reaction, plants are classified into 3 types or 3 categories. Based on what? Based on dark reaction. Based on dark reaction or based on carbon dioxide fixation, they classified plants into 3 categories. What are the 3 categories? Let us take the first category as C3 plants and take the second category as C4 plants, and let us take third category as C2 plants. Okay, or better guys, what you can do is, let us write this all in last, better you write down carbon dioxide fixation pathway, you can write down. These all we will write at the end. What you can write is, based on what? Better you take based on dark reaction, or you can write carbon dioxide fixation pathway. Based on carbon dioxide fixation pathway, they identified 3 pathways, and based on 3 pathways they classified the plants into 3 types. Anything you can write. First you can write C3 plants, last you can write C3 pathway. First you can write C4 plants, last you can write C4 pathway, and here you can write C2 plants, last you can write C2 pathway. So to make it as per your convenience, let me write first pathway name C3 pathway, then C3 plants. Okay, so carbon dioxide fixation pathway based on here carbon dioxide fixation pathway divided into or classified into 3 pathways. Now 3 pathways exist in 3 types of plants. So plants are classified into 3 types. Now let us see what are these 3 pathways. So let us write first pathway is C3 pathway. Better let us discuss in terms of pathways or the processes, and second one as C4 pathway. Okay, either of your wish, either you can write C3 pathway or that happens in C3 plants. You can write C4 pathway, you can write C4 plants. And third one is, because I want to write here pathway name, for this I stopped. Again I started writing pathways. Here this is called CAM pathway, or itself is called C2 pathway, C2 cycle. Okay, C3 pathway means it's also called C3 cycle. C4 pathway itself is called C4 cycle. CAM pathway itself is called C2 cycle. Why do you classify it into different pathway here based upon carbon dioxide fixation or based upon dark reaction? So why you call C3 pathway or C3 cycle? Here they identified the first stable compound, first stable product produced is they identified the first stable product is produced is a 3 carbon organic acid, right? And what is that 3 carbon organic acid, or itself is called a C3 acid? What is the 3 carbon organic acid or C3 acid? Guys, as I told you, it is PGA having 3 carbons. What is PGA? Phosphoglyceric acid. What is that? A phosphoglyceric acid. Okay, so here very important. So if you take C3 pathway itself is called C3 cycle. Why do you call this a C3 pathway? Because scientists identified, right, if you want you can make it a meaningful statement here. A scientist identified the first stable product produced in this case is a 3 carbon organic acid, itself is called as a C3 acid. What is that C3 acid? That is PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. That's why as 3 carbon is the first produced compound, the pathway is called C3 plant way, and that occurs in the plants which are called as C3 plants. They named such type of plants as C3 plants. Guys, either you can write C3 plants here and you can write C3 pathway down, either of your wish, right? So what is C3 pathway here? Scientists identified the first stable product produced is having 3 carbons, and that's an organic acid, itself is also called C3 acid. Which is that C3 acid? Phosphoglyceric acid. So here as the first compound is having phosphoglyceric acid, the pathway is called C3 pathway, or itself is called C3 cycle, and such type of plants they are called it as C3 plants. So C3 pathway occurs in C3 plants, right? Similarly, later some other scientists what they identified? Later some other scientists what they identified? They identified in all plants first stable compound is not PGA, then they identified the first stable product in some plants, first stable product in some plants identified as a 4 carbon organic acid. What is that 4 carbon organic acid? Itself they started calling as a C4 acid. What it is called? A C4 acid. What is that C4 acid? It's nothing but OAA. What is OAA? Oxaloacetic acid. How many carbons it has? It has 4 carbons. As it has 4 carbons and that is first produced one, that's why the pathway is called C4 pathway, or itself it's called C4 cycle. And where do you find? And that occurs in the plants which they have named it as C4 plants. What they call them? They call them as C4 plants. C4 pathway occurs in C4 plants. Next, CAM plants here. So, if you take the CAM plants here, so it occurs up here. If you look at what is CAM? Crustacean acid, complete name when we start with the CAM pathway. So, here C2 cycle. What's the meaning of this? The first stable product. The first stable product produced here, it's nothing but, it's a 2 carbon organic acid, a 2 carbon organic acid itself is called C2 acid. Okay, itself is called a C2 acid. 2 carbon organic acid itself is called C2 acid. What is that? Glyoxylate. Glyoxylate, and that occurs in the plants called as C2 plants, and they are called as C2 plants. That's why CAM pathway is also called as glyoxylate cycle. CAM pathway itself is also called as what? A glyoxylate cycle. So, these all are nothing but different pathways which we have to remember in terms of carbon dioxide fixation, right. So, what is that here? This is very, very important. Now, from here we are going to begin with C3 pathway, and later we have to discuss in detail about C4 pathway, and here we are going to start with what is called CAM pathway. So, the total chapter here altogether we are going to discuss about 3 pathways, right. Now, quickly let us have discussion once again here. Now, in photosynthesis, photosynthesis itself is called biphase reaction, meaning it contains 2 reactions. So far in previous classes what all we have discussed, they come under light reaction. Light reaction produces as an end products ATP and NADPH2. Using light reaction we continue with, this will continue with the dark reaction. So, dark reaction, sometimes in the question he will not mention as dark reaction, he will say in biosynthetic pathway, meaning dark reaction is also called as what? A biosynthetic pathway, or itself is also called as a carbon dioxide fixation pathway. So, when they studied the different pathways for carbon dioxide fixation, so they observed it in different plants, the carbon dioxide fixation pathway occurs in 3 different ways. So, they classified into 3 pathways. Now, based upon 3 pathways, that is nothing but 3 types of dark reactions, they classified all plants into 3 categories. Okay. So, let us see now the 3 pathways, and based on that we write 3 types of plants. First one, this is the basic part, so all of you carefully you listen. C3 pathway itself is called C3 cycle, itself is called Calvin cycle, or itself it has so many names. When I start with the C3 pathway, I will tell you other names like PCR cycle or RPP cycle. We have different terminologies. This is very, very important. This is what we are going to continue our class. This is very, very important. C3 pathway. Okay, I think this I told you at the time of enzymes, because C3 pathway, whatever the reactions we discuss, for that reactions we have names of the enzymes, and these enzymes fall in which category, which class, that is very, very important. So, you have to interlink of both enzymes and photosynthesis. In photosynthesis, Calvin pathway cycle, you need to refer once again with the 6 classes what we studied in enzymes. There the reactions of C3 cycle we have studied along with the enzymes. So, what is C3 pathway? Here scientists identified the first stable product produced is it has a 3 carbon compound, that is 3 carbon organic acid, itself they called as C3 acid, and later that is identified it as PGA. What is PGA? Phosphoglyceric acid, right, and it occurs in such type of compound produced here having 3 carbon, that is why the pathway is called C3 pathway, and C3 pathway occurs in C3 plants. Next, coming to C4 pathway, itself is called C4 cycle. So, as I told you, Kelvin identified PGA having 3 carbon first stable compound. Then later so many scientists they try to discover in all plants the first stable product is PGA or not. Then they came to know it is no, because in some plants they identified first stable product having a 4 carbon organic acid, which they call it as a C4 acid, which identified as OAA, that is oxaloacetic acid, and they came to know that this first stable compound OAA produced in some plants, and the pathway is called C4 pathway, and such type of plants are called C4 plants. Then later they thought maybe either they classified into 2 types, C3 plants and they classified into C4 plants, right. But later they came to know that not only C3 and C4 especially, and they discovered later another pathway which we call it as a CAM pathway, crustacean acid metabolism pathway. No need to worry, we have to discuss after we discuss C3 pathway and C4 pathway, we have to study CAM pathway. At that time I will give you complete name, crustacean acid metabolism, because it happens in the family called Crustaceae. Especially in xerophytes, succulents, bryophyllum, cactus, opuntia, in that they identified the pathway called CAM pathway. It is also called C2 cycle, also called as glyoxylate cycle. So, these are different names for CAM pathway. In this first stable product they identified having the 2 carbon organic acid, which they call it as C2 acid, and the compound identified it as glyoxylate. That is why they call glyoxylate cycle or CAM pathway, and such type of plants they called as C2 plants. Okay. So, altogether we have 3 pathways and we have 3 types of plants. C3 pathway occurs in C3 plants, importantly PGA having 3 compounds, phosphoglyceric acid, very important. This very important. C4 pathway 4 carbon compound, oxaloacetic acid, C4 plants. C2 pathway or CAM pathway, glyoxylate pathway, this is glyoxylate and occurs in C2 plants. This classification is very important. This is what we have to continue discussion in our chapter one by one. We are going to start, first one is C3 pathway, then followed by C4 pathway, then followed by CAM pathway. So, what is produced is first stable product. Produced is first stable product. First of all, when carbon dioxide is taken by the plant, so in plant who accept this carbon dioxide, then that became question mark. Okay, product produced here is PGA. Okay, here reaction takes place, product produced. Who takes the carbon dioxide in plant? This is plant. In plant, who accept this carbon dioxide, that became question mark for the scientist, because they already discovered that first product is nothing but PGA or OAA. But who accept this carbon dioxide in the first step in dark reaction or in carbon dioxide fixation pathway, that became question mark for the scientists to discover later, because they were studying about different pathways. Let us continue our discussion here. So what we are discussing here? Carbon dioxide fixation pathway. Now in carbon dioxide fixation pathway, initially some scientists they identified the primary carbon dioxide acceptor. This is also very important. Primary carbon dioxide acceptor. They thought it may be a 2-carbon compound. A 2-carbon compound as first stable product is PGA. PGA, this is a 3-carbon compound. Okay, so what I am telling you here product they identified, fine, but here what is the question mark for the scientist to identify? Who accept this carbon dioxide first in the plant? That they don't know. So who accept this carbon dioxide in the first step? It's called primary carbon dioxide acceptor. So some scientists initially they identified, they thought that primary carbon dioxide it may be a 2-carbon compound. Why? Because first stable product is 3-carbon compound. And what is the first stable product? That is PGA. But later they found that it was wrong. So it is not a 2-carbon compound. Then later they discovered a primary carbon dioxide acceptor identified as, very important, identified as a 5-carbon compound. A 5-carbon compound. It was a pentose sugar. Which type of sugar? It's nothing but a ketose sugar, which they identified it as RUBP. Very important, compulsory expected question. Most of the time question appears. What is RUBP? That is nothing but a ribulose 1,5-biphosphate. It was not a 2-carbon compound. Then what it is? It is a 5-carbon compound. Very important. It was identified it as what? A 5-carbon compound. A primary carbon dioxide acceptor, meaning in dark reaction who takes the carbon dioxide, who accept the carbon dioxide. Earlier they thought it is a 2-carbon compound, but it is not a 2-carbon compound. It is a 5-carbon containing compound, which is a pentose sugar, which is nothing but a ketose sugar. What is that 5-carbon compound? It's nothing but it contains a 5 carbons, RUBP. What is RUBP? Ribulose 1,5-biphosphate. Very important. Now we are clear with 2 things. What are 2 things? A first stable product is PGA and the primary carbon dioxide producer is nothing but, what is that? RUBP. These 2 things are very important. Both you will get it as in the form of questions. Whenever in dark reaction, if the question is what is the first stable product, means it is a 3-carbon compound. Remember, it's PGA, phosphoglyceric acid. If the question is who is the primary carbon dioxide acceptor, means it's a 5-carbon compound. The answer is RUBP. Quickly I'll tell you. They thought initially it's a 2-carbon compound, which is called primary carbon dioxide acceptor. Why? Because the first stable is 3 compound, but later they proved it is completely wrong, and later they identified the primary carbon dioxide acceptor in dark reaction, not a 2-carbon compound, it is a 5-carbon compound. It is nothing but a pentose sugar. Which type of sugar? Means it's a ketose sugar, and the compound is RUBP, ribulose 1,5-biphosphate.